Now entering Eichenwald.
Guten Morgen, Brigitte. Hast du gut geschlafen? Gut, gut. Sehr gut. So, is that new armor you've been bragging about pattern, Doctor? Very impressive. It is most gold. Vuno. Gold. That means great. Right? Why are you looking at me like that? Gold. I hear it all the time in chat like via or leet. GG I quite hear often, but gold sounds like a compliment. Ja. So, you are very gold. Before we do any lessons today, let's go over your equipment, shall we? It is important to know what you can and can't do on the battlefield before rushing over to protect a payload or push back an enemy team. Your comrades will be depending on you to do your job well, so it is critical to... I know you have designed everything yourself, but tinkering at your workbench and fighting in combat while being shot at are two different things. Your enemies will be trying to kill you, and that kind of pressure can make even the most prepared soldier lose control. This is especially true for a crusader. Crusaders were looked upon as the mortal defenders of Germany, a foundation for any operation to rally behind towards victory. If you wish to truly be a crusader, you cannot forget your place on the battlefield. You have to burn it into your mind and body, so everything acts on reflex. If you forget your place, you cannot perform your role. And if you cannot perform your role, people die. Now, let us continue to run through your equipment. So, your main weapon is your rocket veil, yeah? It doesn't have much punch as my rocket hammer, but the range on it is incredible. It is a great close to a mid-range weapon. Hold on a moment. The panels on it look familiar, much like a medkit. So you can hear your allies when you attack. And you can also jab the opponent away with it as a zip shot. That's amazing. Creating a distance between those pesky close range enemies from your team. Now remember, when you swing with a weapon, the force of your attack isn't just from the swing of your arm. It comes from your legs and hips as well. Imagine energy flowing from your feet into your arm and shoulder with each spike. Not only will this increase the force behind your attacks, but it also distributes the stress you put on your arm. Last thing you'll want when your enemy attacks you is your shoulder being tired. Next are your armor packs, like Fasha like Data. Not like his, what do you mean? They heal and add armor. Leave it to you, Pattern Doctor, to make something good into something great. But you can't leave it on the battlefield for others to pick up. Well, that's okay. Sometimes in Overwatch you are too busy fending off an attack. You don't have time to walk around looking for a medkit Your design is great for in-combat use. You will have to keep a close eye on your team, which can be difficult in combat. You have to make sure to prioritize your healing for those who need it. After your armor pack, you have your barrier shield. I really like the design you chose for it. I can see where you got the inspiration from. But does it seem a bit smaller than my own? Why did you decide on a smaller area for... Wait, you can bash someone with it. What a clever idea. Its lighter weight allows you to charge forward while still having your shield up. I still have to lower my shield in order to charge at someone. But I do have the extra armor and the German engineering to really put a hurt on my opponent. Now remember, try to keep one foot firmly planted while you're walking with your shield. A crusader must have a firm foundation like tree roots in order to block the most heaviest attack. I know, it's easy to believe the armor we wear is enough weight to do so, but your defense will be weaker without proper technique. Our armor must act like an extension of our bodies, but not as a replacement. I've been wondering, what is that antenna zinky on your back? Your secret weapon. What does it do? Thus, you can move faster while giving everyone around you armor shielding. Wunderbar. What do you call it? Rally. You can certainly change the tide of battle with something like that. Very good, patent doctor. Before I forget, it would be important to assign you to a role before you head out on any operations. What is a role? Within Overwatch, we separate our unit into different roles for operations. We do this so each member can prioritize a specific objective and ensure it is completed. That, in the end, no member feels overburdened. Overwatch is divided into 4 unique roles: offense, defense, tank, and support. The main tasks of our offensive unit is to scout, press the objective, and even harass our opponents with an attacking force. Many heroes placed on the offensive unit are quick, fast, and brings the pain to our enemies. Some members like to use heavy weapons, like guns and missiles, like Farah or Zolder, Sexun, Zipse. Others like to get close and personal, like Doomfist or Genji. The second role is defense. The defensive unit's priority is to influence the battlefield itself, using either attacks or devices. Defensive heroes create opportunities for the team to either bunker down in a spot or penetrate the enemy's front lines. For example, Junkrat uses his explosives and bombs to scare and blow up his enemies. Your father, Torbjorn, is a great defensive hero using his turrets to defend our objectives. The third role is tank. The tank's task is being the front line for the team. I myself am a tank. My shield protects my allies from getting hurt, and if the enemy gets too close to my team, I bash them quickly with my rocket hammer. Not only is my armor built to take damage, it is large and imposing, almost impossible to not notice on the battlefield. I want my enemies to see me. If they are too busy tracking where I am, they aren't paying attention to my allies. The last role is support. An Overwatch member on support looks after our team to make sure everyone stays alive and healthy. Support heroes can heal their allies like Mercy can, or protect them with energy shields like Symmetra can generate. After going over your abilities, I would recommend that you take up the support role. Huh? You think you should be a tank like me? I can see why you might think that, patent doctor. But I don't think you would do a very great job at it. Nine, don't get frustrated with me. I told you I would always be honest with you. You have to remember this isn't about pride. Overwatch is working as a team, each doing their own roles correctly to complete the objective. Let me ask, do you really think your shield would be enough to protect your allies? You've built it only large enough to protect yourself. You didn't think about that when you were designing it, did you? You've traded protection for mobility. And what would happen if an enemy team ambushed your group? Do you have a way to stop all of them? I doubt they would wait around for you to bash each and every one of them with your shield. Don't get mad, patent doctor. I wasn't finished. Your Irvin Dungan can protect our team in other ways. You being able to armor up your allies and heal them. To put up a cool glossy banner and rally your team to victory. That is cray. What? Did I say that wrong? But I got you to smile, patent doctor. Don't worry about being support. It isn't a bad thing at all. Besides, you are going to be with me up in the Z front, making sure I don't make a fool out of myself, ja. Alright. How about we spar a bit and test out that equipment of yours? The usual deal. Loser buys lunch, ja. Currywurst. My favorite. Let's go. Of course, I remember the promise. I will not eat it in the van. A new operation. I suppose you will make your grand entrance a bit earlier than I expected. Well, seems they are playing our song. Now, Brigitte, be sure to stick with your dance partners. Now that this old man has his walking stick, let's go.
Victory. Play of the game. Double tingle, triple tingle, quadruple, quintuple, sextuple tingle. Epic.
100% German power.
Legendary.
I am the champion